went up and down and over and out. Come listen to your friend Steven Browne. This is the show.
Woo! All right, we're back. Very excited to be back. This took a lot longer than it should have, but I've been very depressed. It's very hard to get out of bed. I kept telling myself, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I think it's been like 2 weeks since that first episode. But things are better now. We have a budget. And by budget, I mean I kind of know what I'm doing now. I know how to use the app I'm using for editing better, as you just saw with that intro. And speaking of, I'm getting a tingle. To me, my X-Men, I'm speaking to you telepathically through the power of my mind. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to get headaches. All right, for our first story today, we're going to talk about Lena Headey, known for playing Cersei in Game of Thrones. She's being sued by a talent agency that she was working for $1.5 million reportedly for not paying wages due to the agency for appearing in the film Thor: Love and Thunder. However, she was cut out of the film. I didn't even know she was going to be in the film. I saw the movie. There's no sign of her in it. There's no remnants. So I don't know what's up with that. Logan Paul signed a contract with the WWE to appear in multiple pay-per-view events as well as weekly shows as needed for his storyline. So I guess boxing got hired for him or something. Now he wants to move over to wrestling. Who knows? If you have shit taste in sauces or spices, then you are out of luck because there's a sriracha shortage reportedly. Sorry if that affects you, but you have terrible taste. In a Good Morning America interview, Elizabeth Olsen stated that she has no future plans with Disney and does not know what her future is in the MCU or if she will reappear again. But I think it's pretty obvious to anyone who's seen the movie, spoilers for Doctor Strange 2, that she was certainly not killed at the end of that movie. It was very ambiguous and left up for a reason. Now, where they could go with the character, what they could do with her, is of course House of M storyline, which I would love to see. Who knows how long it's going to be. The X-Men get there. We have some X-Men stuff to talk about later. I might dive more into that. But a House of M story would be great, but it would be kind of similar to already Multiverse of Madness because she wanted to get her kid back. So it's basically doing the same thing, and I mean, it makes sense for the character to have the same motivation to do those things again. But it might feel like a rehash, but if it is a full House of M movie, then it's different because you get all the other things that tie into with that, with the X-Men storyline. So we'll see what happens with that. Just released this month is a One Piece card game. I'm super excited to get my hands on that. It'll probably be a while till I see a card myself. I'd love to play it. I haven't done any research on it. I don't know what it's like. If it's like Magic, if it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, what. But certainly can see myself collecting that in the future just because it's One Piece. And I'm sure if you have, first edition, like first print of the first run of One Piece cards, if you like Luffy or some shit, it could be worth something one day. So it's probably worth holding on to if you grab, because One Piece is not going anywhere. It's only getting bigger, especially with that Netflix show coming out sometime soon. And yeah. So we have PlayStation Plus July games that were the free games you get out of your account. You get Crash Bandicoot 4, Arcadegeddon, and Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Medan. I haven't played any of those games yet. I've seen a Let's Play of Man of Medan. It's people who made The Quarry and Until Dawn, so those games are cool. I love that kind of choose your own adventure horror story type thing. Crash Bandicoot 4, that is an awesome pick for a free game. I can't wait to play it. Of course, love the classic Crashes and Spyros and stuff like that, the classic PlayStation games. So it's fun to see that. And I forgot that even came out. And that was really cool that it came out too. I was really excited when that happened. I just, for a reason, around the time it came out, I just didn't pick it up. But I'm sure that's going to be very fun to play. Now, speaking of PlayStation Plus stuff, very popular this month was Stray, the game about cats that came out on PlayStation Plus. Everyone's wanting to play it and stuff. So, very excited we have a guest here, a special guest. Christopher Walken himself, the icon, the great actor, is going to be reviewing the game for us here on Breaking It Down with Steven Browne. So let's go ahead and turn it over to Chris and see what he has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Christopher Walken. It's my pleasure to be talking to you about this game. Now, it of course is a walking simulator where you play as a cat, and you think I would enjoy a walking simulator because I'm Christopher Walken here, but I played for maybe an hour and give up because I'm a grown man, and I've got better things to do than press the X button to jump onto different heights and things as a cat. This game, it's not for me. Thank you very much. Back to you, Stevie. This story gives me personal joy. Natalie Portman reportedly said Chris Hemsworth did not eat meat before their on-screen kiss during Thor: Love and Thunder for her vegan diet. Do I even have to say anything? Oh, yes, the mighty Thor. How mighty, how scary, how strong. Yes, ooh. Other news before I get canceled, Fortnite and Magic the Gathering did a secret lair drop together. So now there's Fortnite cards and Magic. There's no stopping that stuff. They did Godzilla, multiple sets of Dungeons and Dragons, which just makes sense. I'm not mad at it. At first I thought it was dumb, and then I really thought about it, because I'm normally a pretty simple person and get mad at things, and I hate things, but then if I take a second and really just think about my feelings, I'm just being annoying, and if I really think about it, it's cool. I mean, I play Fortnite. I'm a Fortnite player. I play every season. It's not as cringe as everyone says it is. So it's cool. It's in Magic now. That's cool. It's just fun. We have these fun cards to look at. All right, now we're going to talk about Miss Marvel. Really quick, just to get out of the way. It's a 5 out of 10. Giving it a 5 out of 10. It fucking sucked. I'm not a little girl. I'm not a child. Let's take that away. Fine. I'm not a child. It's for children, I think. Honestly, it's a family show. It's not terrible. The first 2 episodes are fine. There's enjoyable characters. I think like most of these Marvel shows, though, the middle, episode 3, 4, and 5, just suck. It's just boring as hell. I watched every week because I felt like I had to. I mean, that's how they get you with the MCU stuff anyways. The actress is actually great. I don't know what her name is. Sorry. Whoever plays Miss Marvel, she's great. She's probably the best person that could play Miss Marvel. I think she works for the role fine. And I actually am excited to see her in more stuff. I'm excited to see her in Avengers and all that. But the show was boring, and I would never rewatch it of my own volition. Someone would have to make me watch it again. Someone would have to force me, or it would be for a kid or something. In the future, if I have children and they want to watch all of the MCU, I'll rewatch it with them. But at the end, the important thing is at the end, spoilers, is when her friend says, "Oh, I've been looking at your DNA and something came up almost like a mutation," and it plays. So boom, X-Men confirmed. X-Men are coming. Something's going to happen with the X-Men MCU. Now, they've already changed Miss Marvel. She doesn't have her stretchy powers. She has stupid cosmic fucking genie, the lamp powers, whatever. And now they're going to make her an X-Men. And if Miss Marvel is the face of X-Men in the MCU, I will fucking kill myself. No, I won't, because I don't want to die. But it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. And we'll just, the real fans will mourn a loss. But at least we're getting X-Men. And that's the necessary evil. Fine. Whatever. We'll deal with it when it comes to that. But it's cool to hear the sting, I guess, and I didn't even hear it the first time. I had to go back and rewatch it because I saw a video talking about it. I'm like, no, they didn't. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even hear that. I saw the mutant thing, got excited, when they said the mutant thing. I was like, oh, mutants. But I didn't even hear the sting. But that's cool that they added that in there. Very obvious, there you go. And then, of course, the end credit of Brie Larson breaking through the door. Very exciting. I am excited for the Marvels, just to have another film. I love watching MCU movies, even if it, at least once. We don't have to ever watch Eternals again, but at least you got to watch it once. But hopefully she gets ousted in that one, and Monica Rambeau can become Captain Marvel, because obviously no one likes Brie Larson. She's a succubus. She's a fucking monster. If you watch What We Do in the Shadows, she's Colin Robinson. She is an energy vampire, and she is coming for your life force. She does not want you to have fun. Now, for the first of one of our recurring segments we will have in the future of the show, I'm starting something called Checking In on America's Sweetheart, Adam Driver. So we're going to check every time we have an episode. What's he up to? Where did he post on Instagram? What's Adam up to? What's he doing? So here's his latest post. Adam is starring in a new movie called White Noise. I haven't heard of the director. I did not look anything up before recording this. I should have. I could have just easily on my phone and looked at anything. But I'm just happy to be getting video out because it's been so long. So I'm just going to put this here and talk about it. Love you, Adam. It's good to see you working, baby. Didn't see Hasaguchi yet. I'm sorry. I'll get around to it. But we'll check in on next week. Now, I'm breaking out my laptop for this next segment because what we're going to be doing on every episode, as well, a recurring segment, is DMing our God King Cashapp G, the king of comedy, on Instagram. I don't know if that's the best place to reach him, but that's what we're going to try. No, it's serious if we're using Instagram on the laptop and not on a phone. But we will be asking him to be our best friend and sending him links of our show until either he hires us to be a G4 correspondent or something like that, or comes to my birthday party or buys me flowers or something. We'll see. Dear... Fuck. Can't type. Okay. Dear... Cashapp G. I am a huge fan of you and your comedy. I've started a segment on my YouTube show where I will be DMing you until we are best friends. So, expect frequent messages from me. Love, Stevie. Stay golden. All right, there we go. All right, while we wait for Cashapp to respond, we're going to move over to our Letterboxd Diary segment, where I'm going to go through all the movies I've seen since the last episode posted, give you some thoughts. Starting with, of course, the most important, I guess, Thor: Love and Thunder. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Closer to 7, I think, than a 6. But I went in with high expectations because I was thinking main Avenger, it's going to be, an important movie. I didn't expect it to be heavily important on MCU things. I knew it was going to be more standalone. I already knew it was going to be a rom-com going into it. I already knew about, like Thor and all that stuff. And I would say I watched it. I enjoyed it. I left the theater, and I watched videos about it, and they soured me. I watched a lot of videos criticizing it, and there are criticisms to make. It's not a perfect film. It's not the best. It's not even the best Thor film. Ragnarok was better, but it was not as bad as everyone was saying. Before we move on to our next film in the Letterboxd segment, my girlfriend came home and brought me some mozzarella sticks and let me know I'd been filming this entire time in portrait mode because I'm recording on my phone, and I didn't even realize because it's not here mentally. So next time, I'll fix it though. Our next movie is The World's End. I watched this one with my girlfriend one night. I've seen it before. I give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good movie. 7 means good. Goes 10 is masterpiece. 9 is great, or no, amazing or great or something like that. 8 is whatever you want to say is less than amazing or great. 7 is good. 6 is fine. 5 being average. Everything beneath it, shit. So I thought the movie was good. It's not the best Cornetto film trilogy. It's not as good as Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead, but it's still good. And I definitely would purchase it and add it to my movie collection. I believe I put it on my Modern Classics collection on Letterboxd. I don't remember. If not, I'll definitely check after this. But, not the best Edgar Wright movie. Probably my least favorite Edgar Wright movie, but still good. The next film is a documentary I watched on Amazon Prime called Val, about the life of Val Kilmer. I've been on them emo boy hours up all night, doing nothing, watching stuff. I started watching a lot more movies recently. I was watching the Val Kilmer documentary. That shit is depressing. This man got throat cancer and has to speak through a tube now. It used to be Batman, and now he looks like shit. It's not like an amazing documentary. It's not bad. I gave it a 6 out of 10. It's worth watching, I guess, especially if you're a Val Kilmer fan. I'm not necessarily a Val Kilmer fan, but if you want to see what the Iceman looks like put on ice, then go ahead and check it out. This has become a mukbang video. So the next movie I watched was Castaway. Partially with my girlfriend, she was asleep, woke up while I was watching the last half of the movie. I have it written down as a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6.5. I'll move it up. Closer to a 7 than 6, but still not quite a 7. It was alright. It was under Peacock's Serious Cinema section, I guess. It's a drama. Yeah, I don't know if you call it. I mean, I don't think it's serious. It's kind of goofy, actually. It's like kind of funny. And Tom Hanks is all right. He's not a bad actor, but I don't think it's great as everyone wants it to be or says it is. I know it's classic. I think I'm putting it in my classic collection, but it's all right. I'm gonna knock these next ones out together. I watched Mission Impossible 1 and 2 back to back. Mission Impossible 1, Brian De Palma, was awesome. I give it a 7.5. It's really, I mean, maybe on a second viewing, I might even like it more, although I do feel like it's got that first viewing novelty because it is a mystery. Basically, he's solving a crime of, I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but solving a crime of who put him up, who framed him for something. And it was really good. And then I don't know the story behind the cinema of it or anything of why they decided to make it a franchise or anything like that, because you have I forgot his name. I think it was John Woo or something. I know he is because I had a friend who was very obsessed with that director when I was a kid. We made a student film together because he loved his action movies. I believe a Chinese director. I think it's John Woo. Made Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossible 2 was a fucking train wreck, but I actually gave it an 8 out of 10 because it's an awful movie. Honestly, it's ridiculous, and it's got Maeve from Westworld, if like that, which is the only other thing I've ever seen her in. But it's like if you took Mission Impossible 1 and just made everything cartoon and brought it up to a 10 and made it stupid as hell. It's got terrible choices. It does, all that Asian action movie like slow-mo, freeze frame type shit. It's a big dumb action movie, and it's not great. But it's one of the movies that I think the bad things about it bring up a little bit. I don't have any intention of ever watching it again anytime soon. But I have in the past I've seen 2 other Mission Impossible movies, at least 4 and 5 it was, or maybe 6. I know that there's 2-parters coming out in the next couple years. I want to see this. I want to watch all the Mission Impossibles. So 3 is up next, obviously. I'm going to watch through the series in order, and I'll give you, my thoughts. Second to last, we have The Replacements. I heard this film and I watched it before. 6 out of 10. Although I do throw it, and I think I put it on my classics collection because it's Keanu. We love Keanu. It's a sports movie. It's a comedy. It's pretty. Now, I don't know who did what first. It's like all the other sports movies I've ever seen. I don't know who started it. Having all cliches, but it's not bad. And it's got that guy that plays Little Nicky's brother. I don't remember what his name is, but I just spent the whole movie racking my head trying to how do I know this guy? I have a weird image of him in my head doing weird shit, and I realized it's the brother of Little Nicky, and that really brought it up some points for me. And they have a fat sumo wrestler linebacker who's Japanese, and his whole shtick is that he screams "Non desu ka, non desu ka," and they're like, "Oh, what is that?" And they go, "Oh, yeah, that's something in Japanese." It just means what in Japanese? Just screaming all the time. They just picked a random Japanese word for him to scream. It makes no sense. But it's okay. It's a good movie. I'd say watch it once. Don't know if you watch it again. I know I put it on. I think I wanted to put it in the classics collection just because it's one of those movies that I know I could watch probably every 3 years and still enjoy it. And forget everything about it and enjoy it again. So that's basically, I wouldn't say that's my criteria for classics collection. But what I put in my classics movie would be things that I find have a rewatchability or have a value of. Basically, a value of going back to. If it's a great film, you can rewatch again. Even if it's not a great film, it's something that is worth revisiting. So I'd say it's not that hard to get on classics collection. Just don't be so boring or so mediocre, I guess, that you can't be viewed again. All right, the last film I watched was Love Actually, and I wasn't very focused on it. I wasn't paying too much attention. I'm not gonna lie. I was playing games and stuff on my phone at the same time. I give it a 6.5 out of 10 because it's got a lot of great actors, and I love stories. I love rom-coms, stuff like that. I'm a sucker for that. And there's a lot of great moments and things I've seen. I didn't even know I had seen reference from this movie in other things, like SNL doing, doing the skit with the card in front of the door and stuff. So 6.5 out of 10. Recommend watching it. Probably it's a Christmas movie, so probably better to watch around Christmas. But definitely fun. All right, our final piece of news. It's going to be pretty long. This could honestly only be its own video, but I'm trying to just get through it. We're going to talk about Marvel Comic-Con, go through all that. starting with before that, we'll start with the Comic Con Character Hall of Fame. This is the 4th character they added Spider-Man this year. They have a new exhibit, all this stuff. I didn't even know there was a museum, Comic Con museum, that's open daily. I've never been to California, though. I'm going to California later this month. But I've never been to California. I have no desire to, honestly. But that gives me a reason to want to go. I'd love to go check out this museum and see what they got. But it's fun. Spider-Man got to the Hall of Fame. Somehow, after Wonder Woman and Pac-Man, this is fucking ridiculous. But Batman was the first character, of course, but Spider-Man and Batman are the most popular superheroes. Everyone either loves Spider-Man or Batman, so it's weird that Spider-Man is coming in 4th here. But, women's rights and everything. I promise I'll stop eating after this one. But hopefully I got a picture up here. I gotta see if I can find it online. Shouldn't be that hard. But next we're gonna talk about part of the Spider-Man Comic Con exhibit they did on the 24th, July 24th. Yeah, the world's largest Spider-Man meme of everyone in cosplay pointing at each other. So hopefully there's a big circle here of sweaty fat men in Spider-Man costumes pointing at each other. Of course, I'm looking at my notes here, and I have one more story before we get to the stuff you want to hear. I read that there's a rumor that Giancarlo or Giancarlo Esposito could be possibly Charles Xavier in the X-Men. And to that I have to say, oh brother, this guy stinks! I mean, come on! He's not a great actor. He's in The Boys right now. I'm watching season 3. I know I'm behind on that. I haven't watched Breaking Bad because I have better shit to do at my time than watch that show. It's extremely overrated. But people like Giancarlo Esposito, just because he can talk like this. His voice sounds like this. And he's serious. And because he's a wiry, skinny, little, scary man. No. I feel like that dude likes to put a dildo in his ass while he jerks off or something. No one talks like that normally. He's doing it on purpose, so you hire him, and sucks. I don't want him to be Xavier. Please, get someone else. Shave me and put me in a chair. Please, anyone else. Okay, I'm starting to get a little sweaty in my suit jacket here. But we're going to get to the movies now, finally. Starting with Quantumania, coming out February 17th, 2023. That is kicking off Phase 5. It'll be the first film, and it's going to involve Kang. First film Kang will be in. I don't know if he's going to be villain. They haven't said. It's implied, but I feel like there will be another. Perhaps. I mean, he could be the main villain and then just have him carry over multiple films. But I feel like Marvel, they do like to burn through people. They do like to use as many characters as possible, even when they waste them, like Ronan the Accuser and stuff like that. So they probably are going to have another villain as the main villain and have Kang as just like the puppet, master pulling the strings. Kind of like how they had Thanos controlling Loki's Chitauri army and stuff like that. But I'm really excited for this. The Ant-Man movies get a lot of flack, but they're great movies. Paul Rudd is just, delicious. He's so enjoyable. And I don't know why those movies get such a bad rap. They're fun. They're not... People have a problem with the MCU. People take the comedy films, the non-serious films, and they bash on them. But that's the majority of the films. And I hate the whole idea that, it's a comic, it's goofy, you have to make fun of it and stuff. No, it can be, I hate that. I'm not saying that you can't take comics seriously, obviously not, or these storylines or these characters. But this is going to be fun, and I feel like it'll probably get bashed, but I know I'm going to enjoy it more than, I'm going to enjoy Black Panther. And they have a new casting line. They have new casting every time she shows up. It's a different actress, but this time I'm assuming they're going to try and stick with this character because I'm sure they're going to make her the new Wasp or whatever. It's going to be played by, I believe her name was it's Catherine something, I can't remember, I'm sorry, but it's the girl from Happy Death Day. Not Happy Death Day, I'm sorry, it's the girl from, I think it's called Freaky, it's like Freaky Friday, where she switches bodies with Vince Vaughn. So she's a good actress. I've seen her in other, can't remember off the top of my head what she's in, but she should be good. Really quickly, not much to say about this. Secret Invasion is coming out spring 2023. They said it will be dark. They kept expressing the panel like, oh, this one's dark and serious, and Colby Smulders was like, yeah, it's gonna be dark. But I don't think there's much you can do because I don't think they're gonna have superheroes in it. It's gonna be mainly Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type stuff and doing all this turning it to, it's a Skrull invasion. Which was weird because they made Skrull kind of like good guys in the MCU, and I think they really fucked up the Secret Invasion. The Secret Invasion should have been an Avengers film, and it could have been so much fun watching that, in my opinion, watching all the heroes, doing things like that. Like they adapted the Skrull invasion. They did some kind of Skrull invasion arc in that one Disney Avengers show, and it was really good. I think it's the Mighty Avengers or something like that, or Avengers Assemble. That cartoon's actually pretty good. Check it out on Disney Plus if you want something like that. One of the more exciting things is Guardians Volume 3 coming out. I believe it's 2023, May 5th. My writing might be wrong here. I'm not sure because I thought it was 2022 at first, which obviously not. But that one was exciting to watch the panel because you got all the Guardians, most of the Guardians on stage. Drax wasn't there and Gamora wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck else they're doing with their careers. I don't know why they couldn't show up for Comic-Con. Chris Pratt was there. And it was awesome to see Chris Pratt and James Gunn get emotional and hugging each other and crying. And I wish I could have seen that trailer. They had a trailer for it. There's a bunch of stuff at Comic-Con that wasn't posted online, only for people that were there. It was a trailer. Apparently, this is an extremely sad movie. Everyone was fucking crying and upset because people are probably going to die. You know, hopefully not Chris Pratt because we love him, but he might die. And they had the actor who's, I don't know his name, I should have looked it up beforehand. The actor playing the High Evolutionary, who they alluded to is the creator of Rocket that made him how he is, come out of the crowd and like walk and like be all, you know, in people's face stuff and taking pictures with people. And that was cool, exciting. And I'm very excited for that movie. I think it's going to be one of the better things because Guardians is one of the, I can't think off the top of my head another film from the MCU like Guardians where it doesn't even feel like an MCU thing. It feels like its own thing. It really does feel like its own movie franchise. And even though it intercedes with Avengers movies and things like that, it really is its own experience, its own story. I think James Gunn is actually a phenomenal director. And I think he really saved Suicide Squad as well, stuff like that. So I'm glad to see him, you know, he was emotional on stage talking about how he got his job back and stuff with Marvel. So I'm glad to see him doing good. Not going to say much about this one. Just going to get right through. Echo's coming out summer 2023. No one gives a fuck. I think they're going to ruin the character. She was great in the Daredevil comics. I love that storyline. But she was really boring in Hawkeye, so she's probably boring in her own show. That same summer, we're going to have Loki season 2 coming out. I liked Loki. I can't remember. I remember, if I remember correctly, I didn't think it was as great as everyone was saying it was, but I still liked it. And I'm still excited for another season. I don't think it's going to be amazing. Who knows? I don't want to get my hopes up too much for it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But hey, wait, no. I can't remember actually. If Owen Wilson... Is he die? He didn't die. Okay. I had someone off screen tell me he's going to be back on. Okay, because I can't remember. I felt like he died or something. July 26th, 2023, The Great Burden comes out, known as The Marvels, which of course we'll have to sit through as fans of the MCU. But hopefully this is... I don't believe it is. Some people speculate it's send-off of Brie Larson and bringing in Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel, especially with her showing up in Multiverse of Madness. But I highly doubt it. I think it's going to be just a normal sequel, and I think we're going to see Brie Larson as Captain Marvel in future Avengers titles. Who knows if there'll be a Captain Marvel 3 or whatever. Not really worried. Hopefully this one's better than the last one. Captain Marvel wasn't terrible, actually. The movie wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. It was very... at the time it had come out, was one of the times, because you go through, for me at least, I go through phases of being burnt out on these movies, and when that movie had come out, I don't think I really gave a fuck at all. I also wasn't excited to see it anyway. But from what I remember, it's not a bad film. I've only watched it the one time, but I'm sure I'll watch it again sometime whenever I watch all the movies or something like that, or if I have kids and you know, watch it with them. And hopefully that's not their favorite superhero, or I'll have to like kick them out of the house or something. But I would say no hopes, but let's say excited. I have no hopes, but I am still excited to see another movie and see what they do. And I actually do like Miss Marvel. I'm the actress, so as I said before about my Miss Marvel review, I'm excited to see how she factors into that and how she does on the big screen. November 3rd, 2023, Blade. That's what's up, dude. I think it's Mahershala Ali. I think that's the guy's name from Green Book. That was an alright movie. Super excited to see Blade coming back. Super excited to see some dark stuff. I'm sure the girlfriend's gonna love all that vampire bullshit. The Daywalker, Blade. You know, it's gonna be super cool. Watch him kill some vampires and shit. And well, hopefully they do it right. I mean, it is an MCU movie. It's not gonna be like the old Blade movie. Probably not gonna be gory at all. I mean, these vampires might turn into dust. They might not bleed. Who knows? There might be no blood sucking at all. We can only hope the best. Spring 2024, we're getting an 18-episode series, which is crazy. When they said that, I was like, oh shit, that's a lot. Which could be good or bad. They could either make a longer story or make something that sucks and is boring and drawn out. But Daredevil Born Again is going to be on Disney Plus for 18 episodes. That sounds like a lot. 18 weeks of having to watch something that hopefully I enjoy, because I didn't care for any of the Disney Marvel shows except for, not Disney, sorry, Netflix Marvel shows except for Jessica Jones was good. I liked Jessica Jones. Thought that was fun. what's her name? Kristen Ritter. She's a good actress. Hopefully they bring those guys back. I actually want them. I like the guy casted for Luke Cage. I didn't watch Iron Fist. I watched a little bit of Luke Cage. I like him. They can bring him back. They can bring Kristen Ritter back to Jessica. Don't care about Iron Fist. Whatever happened to that. But I mean, I like Iron Fist. I want there to be good Iron Fist property, but don't care about that show or that actor. But I like the guy playing Daredevil. He's cool. And I don't like Vincent D'Onofrio. It freaks me out. I don't like his face. I don't like the way he talks. He's weird. Okay, he's creepy. He plays, in my opinion, his version of Kingpin is like this freak. He's a total freak. It's not like the badass that like Kingpin is. You know what I mean? Like he was like, I can't remember. I watched like 2 seasons or something of Daredevil and gave up on it. I think there was like 4 seasons. But there's like scenes of him like jerking off, looking at paintings and shit. And he's just fucking weirdo. And I'm not cool with it. I don't want any of it. Okay. But hopefully it's good. I know Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in it, even though they shot him or some shit in Hawkeye, right? Echo shot him. They confirmed at Comic-Con that both the guy, whatever it is that plays Daredevil, will be Daredevil again, and the guy, and Vincent D'Onofrio, the only name I know, playing Kingpin, will be Kingpin in that. So we'll see what happens. All right, I could do this all day, especially if I get to talk about a new Captain America movie, New World Order, coming out May 3rd, 2024. I'm super excited for this. The Captain America movies are great. I love Captain America. We're named twins, name bros. Gotta love it. And there's a lot of questions about this movie, and I'm really excited because it's gonna be tied directly into the. Also, I guess I'll just announce it here as well. Talk about it. Thunderbolts, July 24th or July 26th, 2024. Just a couple months after that, they're gonna be tied together. I've heard rumblings on Reddit of possibly theories of, could this movie be the U.S. government wanting Captain America to infiltrate Latveria to go, stop Doom for being a terrorist? But, there's no plausible deniability or whatever it is. There's no legal way they can get into Latveria without causing a war. So maybe this movie's all political and spy espionage stuff, and then they send in the villains, Thunderbolts, in the Thunderbolts movie to go fight Doom, and maybe Doom kills on Thunderbolts and shit, and that would be dope. That would be the coolest thing they could do to start some stuff, especially with other movies coming out. I'll get to that in a second. Might as well just roll into it now. I want to get the picture up, and the way that my editing works, I have to make another clip. So, but very excited for this movie, and we'll cake in the Thunderbolts with this as well. Thunderbolts, super dope. Florence Pugh is great as Yelena Belova. I don't care about the white guy playing U.S. agent, whatever. I don't know who else they're going to add into the Thunderbolts, but of course, Zemo will be great. I love that actor. I wish I knew his name. He is awesome. He's a great actor playing Zemo. I hope he gets put on the Citizen V costume. That'd be super dope. But Thunderbolts and Captain America. Now, with Thunderbolts and Captain America storyline, possibly, if it has to do with all of this stuff that we were speculating about Doom stuff, here comes Fantastic Four on November 8th, 2024, which is the first film in Phase 6, they say. Which makes sense, actually. If the end of Phase 5 is Doom stuff with Thunderbolts and Captain America back-to-back like that, and then a couple months later you get Fantastic Four. Now, that's super quick for the MCU to have 3 films back-to-back that are main storyline-heavy things for Avengers films, so I highly doubt it. But that would be fucking dope. We would all be creaming our chinos, man. That would be super dope. And moving on with that, we also have Secret Wars Kang Dynasty will be the first one, May 2nd. And then I'll have to cut this to add a picture of Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars on November 7th. So Avengers Kang Dynasty on May 2nd, and then Avengers Secret Wars on November 7th. 2 Avengers movies in the same year, which is absolutely disgusting, absolutely fraudulent, absolutely just doing me head in its mental, mate. Fucking gonna drop 2 Avengers. I'm sure something's gonna get pushed back. That makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. There to be multiple Avengers movies in a year, because the way they know what they're doing to make money. So I'm sure they just did that for Comic-Con or something, or that's just how they line things up on their little face art. They have these dates and everything always gets pushed back, because why wouldn't you space the Avengers movies out at least a year? Not that people will see it. I mean, you can have one of these movies come out every day of the week. People will go see them all. But it's just how they do it to stretch that money, move things back. We'll see what happens. But, I mean, Kang Dynasty, who knows what they're going to do with that. Just doing some Kang, time travel stuff will be dope. With the Fantastic Four, of course. Also, speaking of the Fantastic Four, hopefully, maybe John Krasinski comes back as Reed Richards. That's probably most likely. I've heard people saying that he wouldn't, but it doesn't make any sense. I'm sure he will be. I'm hoping not, that his crazy bitch of a wife, Emily Blunt, doesn't become Susan Storm, Sue Richards, and comes in as, well, we're married in real life, let's be together, and blah, blah. It makes sense, and maybe there's chemistry. I've never seen Quiet Place, because I like good movies, but maybe, they could, you know, have chemistry there because they're married and you know, work together on the screen as Reed and Sue Richards. That would be super dope. I'm not against it, but I'd like to see someone better. Hopefully, I don't think I've ever even seen her or anything. I don't think she's a great actress. So, I mean, John Krasinski can't really do anything other than be the nice guy either, in my opinion. But I think it works for Reed Richards. And with Secret Wars, it could be, you know, the classic Secret Wars, and this is where Spider-Man gets the black suit. You know, we finally get Venom storyline in the MCU, which unfortunately maybe they'll bring in Tom Hardy for that, which would suck because he sucks. But or they could just do 2015 Secret Wars is what I think is more likely, that they'll do something weird and like reshape, because they could blow everything up. I don't know what their plans would be for anything. They're calling, also by the way, they're calling this the multiverse saga, these 3 phases. If they blow everything up in Secret Wars, which they could, call that the end of that. Use Secret Wars to reboot, and now they could do, you know, they have, if they want to keep it MCU, which they could just completely start over at the point. Secret Wars, they blow everything up, everything goes back to status quo. You could have an Iron Man back, you could have the original Steve Rogers Captain America, you could do everything, which would be really soon if they want, like, because I don't think they will, because they probably want to carry on this train of bringing in all of the women so they can make their A-Force movie and get all that pink tax out and all that shit. But you never know. It's fun to speculate. It's never, and it's MCU, so it's never going to be as cool as you want it to be over the top, because they definitely keep things way more grounded and don't go for everything they could be doing. They never shoot for the stars with things, in my opinion, other than like Endgame and Infinity War. But we'll see what happens. All right, so that was all my stories. That is the show. I know it took a little bit longer than I wanted to come out. Hopefully the next one will come out faster. And hopefully the next time I film, it's not in fucking portrait mode. I'm sorry. If you want to, you know, donate to the show, I'll put my Cashapp in the description. I'll put Letterboxd if you want to check out my movie reviews or check out my movie lists. I'll put my Instagram if you want to follow me there. And if you like the video, I'm sure you can tell if you watch the first episode, we've come leaps and bounds. I could definitely get more effort put into this and like figuring out how to use things. It's definitely going to be a better video than the last one. And if you enjoy it, I just hope that you come back, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'm feeling for this shit. Please help me out so I can hopefully do this more and make more of this and reach more people. And also, if you have any movies you want me to watch or review or a comic book you want to read or anything like that, if you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I got nothing but time right now. I'll definitely check it out, whatever it is. And hopefully you guys come back to the next one.